what are some of the things that people can do to either improve their credit, you know, or just help, you know, just build credit if they don't have it already?
I would say improve credit is definitely knowing where to look, understanding exactly where you're at. So all of the accounts, making sure that your information is correct, putting all of those accounts that can be impacted on your credit report on a direct debit. Try and make sure that your direct debit is on the same day every month, all of them one time. So if you get paid on the 27th, all of your direct debits come out on the 28th. Then the rest of the money that's left in your account is yours.
Do you know what? No, that's the feeling of like all your money coming out is sad. I remember when I'm on holidays, and then randomly I just see it feels like one of them pointless games where all my money's just drained.
I hear you, but that money that's come in, it's not yours.
Yeah.
It's EE's.
But
it's Thames Water.
But let it be mine for a little while.
No, because then if it's yours for a little while, are you not going to spend it for a little while? Yeah. And the problem is it's not coming back until next month.
Yeah, no, it
so
does make a lot of sense.
People are on a 28-day payday cycle, so...
Yeah, no, sometimes I like to see, want to see the money for a little while. You want to see
the money.
But I think it does make a lot more sense. If you can be organised, because whether it's with council tax, they'll say, what day do you want to set your direct debit up on? And if you have... It's all about making your life as easy as possible.
Yeah.
If you standardize it, get paid this day, money goes out that day. That day means I can spend relatively carefree.
Exactly. I tell my clients, literally have a separate account, have a fun account, 3 bank accounts, one account that you get paid into, your direct debits come out, another account, variable expenditure, things like petrol, food, because they can vary, etc. You have a budget, you transfer it over, you don't need to worry. Then you have another account that you transfer over, whatever the amount is, that is yours. You're free to spend. If you blow it all in 24 hours, no one cares because your direct debits are paid. You haven't had to worry about a thing. But going back to what you were saying in terms of improving, definitely being organized. And then the second thing is just trying to manage each account. So for example, if you have got a missed payment, I think a big misconception is...
Thank you to those of you who have liked, shared, commented, but most importantly, subscribed to the channel. Did you know only 28% of people that regularly watch my videos have subscribed? Now we're trying to get that to 40% so we can bring on bigger and better guests and make better content for you. So if you could do that right now, myself and my team would really appreciate it. Now back to the video.
Not a lot of people realize that they can argue to some extent, making sure that if you've received a mispayment is fair. If it's one mispayment, call them up. Say, look, I've got a brilliant track record with you for the last 6 years. I've never missed a payment. It happened this one time. The companies have a legal obligation to update your report accurately and fairly. So if it's once and it's within a certain day period, 9 times out of 10, you can argue the mispayment. Do it. Because the stress of having that on your report for however long, it's not worth it.
Yeah, no, definitely. What about credit utilization? A lot of people get their credit card and say, Selfridge is looking good today.
Yeah.
where is like, or they live in their overdraft.
Yeah.
Where is like a reasonable amount in terms of overdraft credit cards, what the companies like and dislike?
So first of all, companies dislike overdrafts more than they will ever dislike a credit card. Because if you think about it like this, your overdraft is attached to your bank account. So the perspective is that if you're living in your overdraft, you actually haven't got enough money coming in, period. A credit card is additional money. So that's you just maybe not being as responsible, relying too heavy on that credit card. But it doesn't mean that you can't afford your expenses. It just means that maybe you like to travel to Selfridges a bit too often or have too many takeaways or go out too often. So that's discipline that can be instilled. But overdraft, if you can stay out of your overdraft, then that's the first thing that I would recommend. There's loads of different arguments when it comes to the credit utilization, stay below 40%, 30%. I would say if you're in a position where you're trying to improve your credit and you've actively got a balance on your credit card or your overdraft, get to 40% as quickly as you can, because 40% basically says, I'm not relying on credit, I'm below the 50% threshold. From there, just bring it down as much as you can, just be in that sort of debt reduction stage where you're trying to reduce it as much as you can. But bottom line is, if you're not holding a balance, you're always going to be in the best position possible. If credit cards see you using their money and paying it back straight away, they're gonna throw money at you.
Yeah, they give you some ridiculous limits to the point I'm like, I could run, right?
Yeah. like leave country and never pay this.
Amex will give you a limit where you say, nah, you're testing me. You want to see what I'm going to do here.
Yeah. And they do, because they make money off the interest. So they do.
And that's where I think when it comes to using credit, there's nothing wrong with using it, but use it smart, play the game. So
Yeah.
if you can use it and like you're in a position where you don't spend money you don't have, you just happen to use your Amex because you're building up the air miles, you're building up your points for your companion voucher, that you're actually, for whatever that fee is that you're paying, you make them pay you back in benefits.
Exactly. We call this credit arbitrage. So it's like you said, literally leveraging your credit so it makes sense for you. If you know that you've got £3,000 that you're being paid, and for example, your expenses are £2,000 non-credit related, because you can't pay your mortgage on your credit card or your car finance or whatever. If you're in a position to spend that £2,000 on your credit card, but you know that you get paid 3,000, so you already know that you can more than afford that credit card, spend it on the credit card, because the points and the rewards that you're going to get, you're basically getting them for free.
That's why it's good to be the organized friend, you know. You know when I book the holidays and I'm like, don't worry, everyone send me the money.
Yeah. Let me pay on my credit card.
Yeah. So that's where you get the bonus of being, I know it's a thankless task being the one that has to organize the holidays.
Yeah.
But if you're the one that says, look, I'll book the flights, I'll book the villa, don't worry. Everyone send me,
Pays you
get
back
in
dividends.
advance. Like, you know what I mean? Don't trust all your friends and just run up a crazy bill.